Hey, what's going on, guys? So I'm pretty excited. I just picked up this FJ Cruiser about a month ago. I'm just now getting to where I'm making a video on it. But I'm excited because I've been looking for one of these for a long time, and I feel like I'm fortunate enough to have found one that was exactly what I've been looking for, and then more. The accessories that are on it, I'm going to walk around and talk about. Plus, I'm going to talk about a little bit later in the video what I'm going to be planning on doing to it, upgrading, the little upgrades I'm going to make, and the videos that I'm going to make on those upgrades will be in the description of this video. Just going to walk around it and show the things that are added to it. So it's got this brush guard. This is obviously not stock. I really like this. I don't know what brand it is. If somebody knows, then please chime in. But I like it. There was a sticker that was right there and it was taken off, and it has these little mounts for fog lights, which I'm definitely going to put on, and I'm going to try to make those to where whenever I turn off the vehicle, whenever the ignition turns off, it'll turn off the any accessory lights that are on it. So anything that's on, I'll probably do something like that. But the side steps that he added to it's a Westin Sidestep, which I think of more as parking lot protection, and I was going to add some anyway, so I'm glad that the guy that I bought it from actually added them on. But I don't like it when people open the doors and then their kids are, like, they're not thinking, because they're kids. It's what kids do, right? They open the door and they ding up the side of your vehicle. So this I'm not gonna have to worry about that much because it's got this. Now I'm actually gonna bring this out a little bit. I'm probably gonna order some hood spacers if I could find some, and then attach them to the frame. They're about the hood spacers, if you don't know what they are, there's about 1 inch thick. And then they're going to go between the frame and where the side step mounts. So I'm going to have to order 2 sets because there's a total of 8 bolts that go into the frame, and the hood spacers are only a pack of 4 whenever they come. So it's going to bring this out about 1 inch, which is going to help with protecting my side from doors. And then if I'm off-roading, then it'll be that extra little layer of protection if I slip into a rock or something like that. So he upgraded the rims. These are 17 inch. They're pretty close to factory size, factory offset, because they're kind of tucked in a little bit. I want to fix that. So as much as I like these rims, I don't like adding wheel spacers, so I'm probably going to bring those out. I'm probably going to not bring them out. I'm probably going to take them off, sell them, and get some that bring out the width of the vehicle, probably at least another 2 more inches, maybe 3 more inches. And then the side skirts that I'm going to put on it are probably going to be Bushwacker side skirts, not side skirts, Fender Flares is what I mean. So Bushwacker Fender Flares are going to bring it out. They're, from what I understand, they're 1.5 inches out, and you've got to cut into this plastic. So I'm going to make a video on that. Lifted about 3 inches. I'm going to make a video on that too. I'm looking at a rough country lift kit that I'm probably going to get. So between those 3 things, just the top, well, 4 things I guess, between the tires, bringing out the side step another inch, putting the Fender Flares on the side, and lifting it 3 inches, it's going to have a nice stance on it. Plus with these other accessories, like this ladder on the back that I am in love with. I saw these randomly on FJs that I would see online, little wallpapers that I had in my computer as it scrolls through. And the ladder is actually really nice, really heavy duty. You can actually climb on top of the roof rack. The ARB roof rack that's on it is ridiculous. I can climb up there and I can actually shake the vehicle. I'm going to get up there in a second, but this thing is crazy sturdy. And my little GoPro bicycle mount fits to this perfectly too. I took this off-roading. It's one of the first things I did with it when I got it. Took it off-roading. Also put some cameras on that I got to tuck the wires away a little bit better, but I've got a front-facing camera, and then I have a rear-facing camera, and I actually put those right up there. So I'll turn the cameras on a little bit later and just show that. I'm just gonna finish walking around the vehicle for right now, but overall the body's in pretty good shape. Because I had to have my friend ship it over from the mainland, and whenever he used a shipping company to ship it over, because I was looking specifically for a manual 4-wheel drive, and that's what this is. This is the manual 4-wheel drive version. So it's a 6-speed 4-wheel drive, and I love that. So I gotta have manual, and if it's an SUV with me, it's got to be 4-wheel drive. So that is specifically what I was looking for. So when I found that one, it was close to his house. He picked it up for me and handled the shipping. I sent the money to him and everything, but the shipping company wouldn't ship it because there were some chips in the glass, which I had to have replaced. So yeah, so they did that and shipped it over. But that was the only thing they had to do to it whenever I got it. So but videos that I'm going to make on this, that I'm planning on making on this, is, like I said, I'm going to have one on installing the fender flares. So you've got to cut into this, plastic, and I think there was some mud falling. So you got to cut into the plastic and put the fender flares on, and they're going to bring out the width of the vehicle about 1.5 inches. The Bushwacker ones are the ones that I'm looking at getting, and I want to find some rims and tires that bring out the width of the vehicle out to the very edge of the fender flares. I don't want to go beyond the fender flares, and I don't want the wheels to be tucked into them, so I got to find that perfect width to where that's to where I could do that. So, and then between that and then bringing the Sidestep out, I'm going to have a good little layer of protection on the body of the vehicle, so I don't have to worry about the parking lot door dings and things like that. But I'm going to climb on top of the roof rack right now because that's just fun. I gotta make sure not to scratch the paint whenever I'm climbing up, but this thing is crazy heavy duty. I really like this roof rack. I mean, I can stand on top, I can shake the vehicle. ARB makes some really heavy duty roof racks. So I'm glad that this has a heavy duty roof rack to begin with. And I'm also glad that the roof rack is ARB. So I'm not one of those people that's crazy about stickers, but what I do want to get is a little Trd sticker, specifically the one that's got the mountain. It says FJ, or not TRD, it says FJ, and then it's got a little mountains in the background. So I want to try to find those if I can. But anyway, I'm going to do a video on pulling out that center console because it looks a little crazy to get out, and I want to be able to get to those switches. And from what I was looking at online, in order to get to those switches, you have to pull this whole thing out. So I'm going to see what all's involved with that. The video for that is going to be in the description. The link for that's going to be in the description, so check that out. And I don't know, I'm going to figure out something to do with the radio. I'm probably going to change that out, but I don't think I'm going to make a video on that. But since I said something about it earlier, I'm going to show these cameras that I mounted. A coworker of mine actually gave me a bag full of cameras. So, as you can see, it's got a pretty nice view of the front. I could see down a lot farther than what I can. So you see my eye level cuts off at that little balcony, not balcony, that little mini balcony, that little walkway. And up there, I can see all the way down to the bottom of it. So, I mean, that's nice. You can see down a little bit farther. And then the back, the backup cam, it's about the same. They're always running. I want to try to figure out a better place to mount those, but for right now, I might shift the monitor a little bit and see what the view angle is. But for right now, that's a pretty good setup. And then the cables right now, I just have routed around behind there. I'm behind the visor and just kind of attached temporarily. I'm probably gonna tuck them under the this roof, this headliner, whatever. And then I have them going behind that. What is that? That A-frame pillar, whatever. So talking lift kits, I'm probably going to do a 3-inch lift kit. I'm looking at the Rough Country lift kit, and it's just a suspension lift, so I'm going to do the upper control arms also for the front. So the upper control arms is going to change the angle of the front wheels so that it sits better, doesn't put stress on the bushings and things like that. So I'll talk about all that in that video whenever I make it. I know my dad really likes these sunshades, sun visors. I think they're Sunshade brand. I can't see now because it's getting dark. What I've been thinking about as far as I really like the look of the round lights on top, like the 4 round lights that are set up, the off-road lights for the roof rack. And what I want to do, step up here. What I want to do is there's this thing called a linear actuator, and it's just a telescoping rod, really. And if I can attach it to one of these rods, or maybe this little metal lattice or whatever you call it, and if I can get it to pivot off of this front bar, then it'll basically, like, the lights would sit straight up like this, and then they'll angle down as the linear actuator, as I turn it on or turn it off. So, you know, you turn it on one way and it spins, the rod pushes all the way out. It's a little electronic thing, so it pushes all the way out, and it would basically just lift up the lights so they would set up. Otherwise I'll just probably figure out another way to do that, but I want to make the lights to where I can lay them down and they would just be facing up, and then whenever I want to use them, I flip a switch and then the lights pop up, pop straight up. So if and when I ever do that, there will be a video link in the description. So if there's not a video link for that in the description yet, then, well, I haven't made the video. So phone's beeping again. So anyway, well, this is the vehicle. This is my newest purchase. I'm really excited about this. I have the S2000 posted for sale, and there's a termite. Don't stick. What are you doing? Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I know it's kind of a pointless video. It's not like my normal videos. It's just kind of like me walking around a vehicle that I purchased because I'm excited about it. I would like to do the TRD supercharger mod, but Toyota stopped making them. So if I could find an old supercharger, maybe rebuild it and then find the other parts, then I'm going to do it that way. It's the only way that I can make an install video on doing that. But then how can I get people to watch a video on something that they can't purchase anymore? So URD, they make supercharger kits for the FJ Cruiser, so I'm probably gonna maybe look into getting one of those supercharger kits. They're more expensive, but hey, it's a supercharger kit. So but this thing performs great the way it is. So anyway, thanks for watching though. I know this was kind of a pointless video, not very informative, just more like, hey, look at that guy's cool FJ. Unless you don't like FJ Cruisers, and then you're probably gonna leave a bad comment below like, this video is too long. So nobody likes FJ Cruisers, or whatever people say that don't like them. I don't know. I like them, so I don't have anything bad to say about them. I know some of the plastic is kind of flimsy, but then and breaks easy, but then most Toyotas are the same way whenever they're a little older, and this one is an 07, so that's expected. Anyway, thanks for watching though. I hope you liked this video. I hope you like the modifications that I'm gonna do, and feel free to follow on and watch my next few videos on building this thing, making it more beastly, lifted and wider stance and all that cool stuff. So thanks for watching, and God bless you guys.